Hello, hello. So this is session 3 of the Creative Summit, the third and last session. So today is all about addressing what do you need to do, what will be your first step to scale your 5 figures to 6 figures creative business. Because yes, it's not because you have a creative business that you cannot have a really profitable business. So I'm going to address now what are the key step or the key thing that you need to do in order to get to that level, right? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's go. Right. So the key recipe to scale a business, to grow, is to have process, systems, framework. And that's why I'm so big on documenting your process. Because when you document your process, your creative process for your product, for your service, or whatever you're doing, you can identify what is it that you do on a regular basis. You can identify what is your secret recipe to get the result that you get. And why is it so important? Because once you have identified this system, once you have identified this process, and then once you can write it down on a piece of paper, then you can have clarity on, okay, this is my way of working. This is what I do. This is what I can automate using CRM system, automation system, whatever you have that works for you. So you can identify, okay, this part I can automate. This part I can delegate. So then you can identify, okay, if you need to have an assistant to grow a team, then you can know exactly what part to give them, what to expect from them. And this way is much easier to then have a business that you can grow and scale because you have a repeatable framework that can be that can easily be duplicated to a high number without you being involved, without you being like all the nitty gritty, right? So you can easily say, okay, this is to delegate, this is to automate, and this is to eliminate completely because this is a waste of time. Okay, so having processes and system in place is really what will help you to level up and really scale your creative business. So there is a difference between being a freelancer and being an entrepreneur, being a creative freelancer and being a creative entrepreneur. When you work with me inside Make Your Mark, I help you to go from being a freelancer to level up to being an entrepreneur, or to be like a creative entrepreneur which can scale even more. So I will address the difference quickly. So a freelancer is someone, the creator. We work mainly with their hands. They charge by the hour or by project. They will write, they design, they consult. It's basically someone that creates something because they like to create, right? But their objective is like different. So their objective is they just want to get some better project. They just want to get better clients, better paying clients. So they're pretty much focused on still being hands-on and yeah, just stick for the next client. The thing with being a freelancer is great to start with, but at some point, a freelancer will start being limited because there's only so much hours in a day. If you charge by the hour, well, there's only so much money you can make. If there's only one of you that can do what you do, well, you cannot really duplicate yourself. So you're really limited to what you do physically. Um, on the other hand, so if you look at a creative entrepreneur, so a creative entrepreneur is someone that will create system, that will create process, so they can get the work done faster. They can get teams of people to do the work for them without being directly involved in the process. So they really focus on leading on leading a team or gathering a team or gathering people to accomplish their bigger mission or bigger vision that they have for their business. So really the objective of a creative entrepreneur is really to scale, is really to make money when they sleep, is to be able to grow, to be able to really make a bigger impact with whatever they're creating. So if you're a creator and you really want to make an impact, you want people to care about what you care, you want your vision is to impact the future in some ways, you really need to have capacity to be able to grow and to be able to make an impact which is bigger than you. And I always say, like, the business that I'm doing is really bigger than me. It's all about helping others to make an impact. So it's not even about me. It's really helping others to make an impact with their talent, with their gift, with what we are creating. So this is a difference between a creative freelancer, creative entrepreneur, and yeah. So if you want to make a big impact, you have to think about transitioning into being a creative entrepreneur, which is a whole different mindset. So now I'm going to tell you about the brand perception pyramid. So I told you before that once you have a brand, when you package your talent into a brand, that can increase your perceived value to your potential clients. Now we'll tell you how do you graduate from being a generalist, someone that do a little bit of everything, that create a bit of everything, to becoming a change maker, right? And that's a brand perception pyramid. So as a brand, so in this pyramid, you start by, so we have what we call generalist. So a generalist is someone that do a bit of everything. So they do a bit of painting, a bit of writing, a bit of a bit of so many things that at the end of the day, people don't really know what they do. We're like, okay, I know that you do stuff, but I don't really know what is it that you do. So that's a generalist, right? When you have a stage, you don't really have something that you're really recognized or known for. You just like basically experimenting a lot of things. Then you go to the next step, which is a professional. So a professional is a creative that is being paid for what they do, which is being recognized by their talents. So it could be, for example, someone working as a freelancer in an agency, for example. It could be I don't know, a photographer, which is being well paid for what they do. So they have like a clear category into what they do. People know exactly what to expect when they get to work with them, and yeah, they're getting paid well. They live their life, just by doing their creative career. And then you have the experts. So the expert is when you reach a level where you are particularly good in something really specific, meaning that people will come to you because of that particular technique, because of this particular style. So and in that area, it doesn't matter if you do illustration or painting or book illustration, people will come to you because of your style, right? So you have a specific style, a specific thing that you do, and you will see people say, okay, I want this from you because I like what you do. I need you in my next movie. I need you for my next book illustration. I need you. And then you have the change maker status, which is something that we're all creative aspire to be, where there's a lot of competition and very few entries, very few winners. But change maker is when you're at a level where your impact is so big that you can actually impact, change a culture, right? Is when you do something and it's in the people talk about it, they know what it is. So we're talking about Banksy style, Banksy would did like this tent at this art auction, for example. So when you as a status change maker is when you are impacting culture beyond your audience, but that can actually go like outside of your potential audience. So the brand pyramid works that way. So when you're at the bottom of the pyramid, so when you're a generalist, you have so people have really low trust in what you do, and we say low trust meaning low margins. And what do they have low trust in what you do is because you do so many things that they don't know what is your thing. They don't know if, okay, can you write this thing for me? They don't know how good it will be because you also do X, Y, and Z. So being in a generalist, like someone will think, well, I'm not quite sure what he or she does exactly. So that means that you don't really inspire trust and you don't really have authority in your niche. So you will have low margin. Like the higher you graduate to the pyramid, the more trust you will inspire, which means more trust means more clients, means more opportunities, and means greater margins, right? So that's how you graduate from being at the bottom, well, from having low trust, low margin to having high trust, high margins, great margins. So the next level expert will be a professional, will be people will think, okay, I will contact he or she for my next design needs. I know that she's good at that. I know that she's good at design. I need the design. I know about her. Okay, I need you on my next project, right? When you go to the expert level, this is someone you will make people think, okay, I really love her style or his style. This style will be perfect for my next movie, my next project, my next book. So you becoming expert in a certain style. And this you can definitely start to charge higher rates and higher pricing, because people are you being recognized for your style, for your signature, secret sauce, right? And then finally, the other one is when you become a change maker. Oh, does that work? Yeah. Is when people will think, okay, we need something unique. We need something that will, go viral. We need something that will make our company or, different. They'll say we need a Lorenstein type of creation, for example, or we need this. You will even have when you're a change maker, your name will be the name or whatever you're creating will be your style, right? So when you're at that level, here you can charge great money, because you're being recognized beyond beyond your audience, beyond your community. Like people know about you very widely. So that is the brand ascension pyramid, and this is what you will need to follow to start making more money, to start scaling your business. And by building a brand will help you to graduate from generalist to professional to expert to change maker, because you will have your special je ne sais quoi will be defined. So your special sauce, what I call the brand statement, meaning that you instantly will go to the expert level, right? People will know exactly why they come to you, what to expect, what is your special thing. So that definitely going to upgrade you directly to expert level when you have your brand statements defined. Then you have the way you show up, right? The way you show up, the way you what visual you use and all that. So that will really help you being perceived as an expert and as a premium brand. And then if you keep on doing this, so this is with consistency, consistently applying like regular message, regular brand statement and so on, then you have more chance to get to the change maker level, right? So I would say this is when you have experience, you have a community that supports you, then you can aspire to go to the change maker level. But don't be a generalist hoping to be a change maker overnight, right? That wouldn't make sense. But having a brand will definitely help you to go from a generalist or professional to be an expert in your field, being seen as an authority for your community, and being seen as someone that have a really high value and high trust. Okay, so from what I've told you so far in this session and the session before, the brand perception, which is the trust that people have in you, the attraction that they have into your universe, is directly related to the value that they associate to you, right? So brand perception and value perception are directly related together. All right. So this is it for the session 3 about how you can start scaling your creative business. If you want to work closely with me, if you want me to have a look at your business, at what you're doing, at your brand, at your brand image, and so on, you can do so inside my program, Make Your Mark. So you can attend one of the live creative workshops and get a chance to learn from me a bit more, but also get a chance to then apply and work with me inside Make Your Mark. All right, so I hope that this was useful and helpful for you. I wish you the best, and I will see you soon. Ciao.